going to spend all of the hours on this trip fishing, day and night, night and day, and day and night again, before we have to come back home to San Diego by 6 a.m. on Tuesday. So with that being said, guys, right now the hottest game in town is bluefin fishing. We are going to be primarily targeting bluefin tuna on this trip. I'm not saying that we don't have a chance at catching something else. I'm not saying that we absolutely will not fish something else, but the primary target will be bluefin tuna. Okay, that's where we're going to spend most of our time and effort and energy working towards. So there has been a very good amount of and volume of bluefin tuna out here in our local waters that we have been fishing for the past couple months. The fleet, that is. Very good sign, very good size of bluefin too, ranging up to over 200 pounds. However, they have not been fighting that good lately in the past few days, whatever it has been. Daytime fishing has been honestly pretty slow. There has been bites in the daytime. It is possible to catch fish. I've talked to the boats today, and it seems like almost every boat has gotten at least one bite, okay? Whether that's a sinker rig, a fly line, a cold sniper, or on the kite. So it is possible. It's not impossible to catch these things. And sometimes these things decide to bite, and any given day, you never know which day it's going to be where we're going to have good daytime fishing. So you have to try every single minute of the day, because you never know which stop is going to be that one stop that makes your whole trip. So nighttime fishing, it has been anywhere from slow to excellent, depending on the night. You never know which night that it's going to be. That it's going to be very good fishing. On average, the best fishing lately has been at nighttime. We've been catching more fish in the dark at night than in the daytime, okay? So, on this 3-day trip, if you are going to schedule in your sleep time, if it were me, I would probably spend most of my sleep time during the day. That way I wouldn't miss out on any hot night bites going on, okay? It's up to you. It's your trip. I'm not going to tell you or make you stay up for 72 hours. If you guys don't like fishing at nighttime, no problem. You can sleep sound asleep all through the night. It's up to you, okay? But if you, as an angler, your number one priority is to go home with as much fish as possible, I highly recommend that you stay up at night and fish. Okay?
Don't sleep.
Does anyone have any questions or concerns so far? Bluefin fishing? No? Yeah. All right. Okay. So, we're going to talk a little bit about tackle. I'll go through a few recommended tackle setups, and then I'm going to talk a little bit about tips and techniques that I think that will help you guys increase your odds and chances at catching some of these bluefin, okay? So we'll start with daytime fishing tackle, because that's possibly the first kind of tackle that you'll use, cold sniper lure. If you guys have one of those in your boxes, I suggest that you tie it on. If you got a couple rods you want to set up, put a cold sniper on. The weight recommendation, 80 to 180 grams, okay? With an upgraded hook and an 80-pound test leader. Bite leader is what they call it nowadays. If you guys have more rods, if you guys brought 5, 6, 7, 12 rods, you want to set more stuff up, I recommend you probably have something to fly line a bait with, okay? You can start with a 40-pound test, 50-pound test, bigger pound test fly line if you got it. Be my guest. There's some big fish out here, so you will have a chance to fly line a bait for sure. Guys, you have to have the proper setup, okay? Everyone fishing at nighttime needs to be fishing with minimum 100-pound test outfit, okay? Not just the line, but also your rod and your reel that is designed for 100-pound test fishing, okay? Does everyone on here have one, or should I say, is there anyone that needs to rent or borrow one of our rods and setups for nighttime fishing? Everyone's good? Okay, no problem. If at any time during this trip, guys, maybe your reel breaks or you drop it over the side, just let the guys know we've got plenty of good gear for you guys to use, okay? Moving on. that you're using, now that you selected a rod, it's got 100-pound test, probably my top recommendation, I would almost consider a requirement for nighttime fishing, guys, is that you guys have your line marked for depth or distance. Okay, some of you guys already have markings on your line. Some of you guys have already bought line from the store that is color coded or marked for depth. That's great, that's perfect. Some of you guys don't. That's not a problem. We have not only distance meters that we can measure your line, but we also have markers that we can mark your line with. As long as your line is not black in color, we can mark it for you. If you guys have that dark black green line, I don't know, sorry. You're probably not going to get bites. Reason being, guys, why I highly recommend, or maybe even require that you guys mark your lines for depth and distance is because at nighttime, when we are hunting for these schools at nighttime, we plan to stop and position this boat directly on top of these schools of bluefin, okay? And on our electronics, our machines, we can see exactly where in the water column that these fish are. We are going to give you the exact depth that you need to drop your lure down to, okay? So, if we are calling out 350 feet, if you don't have any markings on your line, there really is no way to tell that your lure is down at 350 feet. It's simply a guess, a gamble, okay? You guys paid way too much money to come out here to stay up for 72 hours to gamble and to guess that your lure is in the right place, okay? We're past that now. We can measure and mark our line so that your lure will be right in front of those tuna that you want to catch. So, I suggest marking your line in 50 feet increments. You can start at 150 feet, that's where we start. So if you mark your lines 150, 250, or 200, 250, 350, I recommend you at least have marks up to 350 feet, 400 is even better. A very common depth lately for these fish that they have been hanging out at down below has been 350 feet. 350 feet. You're going to hear that a lot, okay? Now that your line's marked, you drop your lure straight down to 350 feet. You put it in gear, you wind it up quickly, 50 feet, only 50 feet, and you drop it right back down. And so you're bouncing your lure up and down in that zone, okay? Now, because the boat is going to be drifting, your lure and your line is eventually going to drift away from the boat, farther and farther away, right? The problem with that is these lures that you guys have, the knife jigs, whatever lures that you guys paid for at the tackle shop, they are designed to be fished vertically in a straight up and down angle, okay? So if your line is getting too far away from the boat, you need to wind all the way up and re-drop your lure so that it goes straight down again, okay? The farther that your line and lure gets away from the boat, the less chance that you are going to get a bite, okay? That is as simple as that. If you guys wanted to see how long you can get away with letting it out there because it's a lot of work, I understand it's a lot of work, you're probably not going to get a bite. You're probably going to stay up all night, drink these espresso shots, have some snacks, some candy bars, right? Soda all night. You're going to stay up for nothing because your line is all the way out away from the boat. I guarantee those of you guys on this trip that are paying really good attention to having your lines up, straight up and down, you guys are going to catch, probably going to catch the most fish on this trip, okay? Another way to keep your lines more straight up and down, what I like to do is I actually make a cast the lure downwind, so that when after your lure is sinking, maybe 20 seconds, by the time you hit 350 feet, your line is straight up and down. It's not angled out away from the boat already, right? You get a head start and you cast a little bit downwind from the bow or the stern, all right? This boat, the way that this boat drifts, guys, usually if you drop on the stern, your lines will slowly wander step towards the bow and follow the angle in your line so that you keep it right directly in front of you, right? So if we all work together as a team, everyone's stepping left towards the bow, or if you're on the port side, you're stepping right towards the bow, we're going to reduce our tangles and life's going to be better, okay? What else for nighttime fishing?
Bigger jigs.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Bigger jigs at night.
So for the weight of jigs, Sean's question was bigger jigs. What size jigs should we be using? For this amount of wind forecasted, 12 to 15 knots, steady wind, the boat is probably going to be drifting faster than average. So you're going to need a significant amount of weight or size of lure so that your lure can get down in a timely fashion down to those schools. I recommend probably using at least a 350 gram on this trip. Honestly, one of the most successful lures, what I probably recommend most guys, are those very simple sinker lures. They look like a regular old off-the-shelf lead sinker, but they come through wired nowadays, so all you have to do is add hooks. Those work really good. A 16-ounce weight, it's this small, but 16 ounces of weight is 450 grams. So it gets down really fast. Gets down really fast, stays down longer, and it's a nice small profile. A lot of those knife jigs that you guys are using that are 450 grams are like this long. Okay, it's really hard for a bluefin tuna to eat a lure that's this long. Okay, you do get bites, you do catch fish, but a lot of times the fish bite it and they can't swallow it because it's too long, right? That's why I recommend the sinker lures. They are very good. If you guys have some nice knife jigs, you got the hottest lure, the Japanese brand knife jigs, go for it. I'm all about it. Okay. If you guys don't have any lures on board with you, we do have a tackle shop on board. We have a limited supply. We do have some stuff for you. We probably don't have enough for 20 jigs for everyone, but we do have some stuff. See one of the guys if you need a lure or even one of those sinker lures, okay? Make sure you guys have proper upgraded hooks on your knife jigs, okay? They have to be a large enough size and they have to be strong. Most of the hooks that come on your knife jigs off of the shelf are not strong enough. We're going to be out here fishing for these fish, and there are a good amount of 200 plus pound bluefin out there that are going to straighten your hooks if you don't upgrade them, okay? So there's a couple different kinds. The single assist hooks, you can put 2 of those assist hooks on the bottom of your knife jig. You can put a very large heavy duty treble hook on the bottom. Those work excellent. I highly recommend them as well for you guys if you need hooks. If you do catch fish on the treble hook, they tend to come in very fast because they don't like it. It hurts them. For leaders, guys, bite leaders on your nighttime lures, we like to use 200-pound test fluorocarbon. If you guys already have something that you bought from the store, great. You guys should not be using less than 150-pound fluorocarbon or less than 200-pound mono. The best really is fluorocarbon for nighttime, for your bite chafe guard leaders, okay? All of your terminal tackle, guys, it has to be perfect, okay? All of your split rings, your swivels, your crimps, all of those fine details, guys, it has to be perfect. Perfect, because these bluefin are really tough, and that if you have a weakness in your setup, if your crimp is not perfect, if your split ring is not heavy duty, or your hooks are not upgraded, you're going to find out, okay? These bluefin are going to test you, and you're probably going to lose that fish that you stayed up all night for. So, right after this meeting that we're having right now, guys, is going to be tackle time, tackle hour. All of you guys, I expect to get all of your gear prepared and ready to go. Okay, we're going to get it all done tonight or right here after this, because tonight when we're fishing, it's going to be too late to mark your line and have the crew make you up some leaders, because hopefully we're going to be so busy gapping everyone's fish full speed that we don't have time to make you up a leader or measure out your line, right? So now's the time, right after this meeting. The guys will be out there waiting anxiously to help you out and mark your line for depth. So make sure you see them.
He always begged me to go with him. I always tell him no. Pull it up. Everybody come. We're gonna get him.
Marcos, what's your biggest fish you ever caught?
60 pounds.
Okay, what's your goal on this trip?
Maybe take 100 or more.
100, nice. What's your name?
Daniel.
Daniel. What's your personal best?
Personal best is a 98 pounder.
Nice. What's your goal this on this trip?
Maybe break triple digits.
Oh, nice. Finally, we have our charter master, Bobby. Bobby, what's your biggest fish you ever caught in your life?
223.
Wow, 223. What's your goal on this trip?
Have a good time.
Nice, nice.
Matt.
Matt.
223.
Wow.
Yeah.
What's your goal on this trip?
Man, have a good time.
Nice. What's your name?
Dave.
Dave. What's your personal best?
60 pounds.
Nice. What's your goal?
Well, get some fish eventually.
Nice. What's your name? Michael. What's your personal best? Biggest fish you ever caught?
0 right now.
No. In your life.
Oh, 40
40 pounds.
40 pounds.
Okay. What's your goal on this trip? 150? Wow. Alright, what's your name?
Jim.
What's your personal best bluefin tuna?
72 pounds.
What's your goal this trip?
Break 100.
Break 100. What's your name?
Peter P. I'll try him.
What are you? What's your personal best, young man?
I got lucky. I got a 207
207.
I did.
Damn, nice.
on this boat.
What's your goal on this trip?
Well, here,
Yeah.
just have a great time. Get some nice big
Oh
fish.
man, nice.
Come as they go.
Good. He won the Phoenix rod, the first prize right here. Lucky winner.
I was very lucky.
Yeah.
The number.
It's like jewelry, yeah.
Did you make a bracelet?
Huh?
Make me a bracelet.
Make a bracelet out of this?
Know the diamond ring, you know where?
Even here. What are we having for dinner tonight?
We have some delicious loin chops and honey mustard glaze, some turmeric rice, and some sauteed green beans.
Oh, nice. Look at that.
Looking it up for you guys today. I broke the rules, so the young man fruit.
What's your name again?
I'm Nathan.
Nathan. How many, what's your personal best on bluefin tuna?
Personal best is 60 pounds with about 5 6 years behind.
So what's your goal now?
The goal is to beat that on this trip. Just one trip. Above that, triple digits would be nice.
Nice. What's your name? What's your personal best bluefin?
One trip I hit
Just say the number, okay? Go.
about 110.
110. Okay. What's your goal?
My goal is to get lucky and get hooked on tuna, no matter the size.
Okay. What's your name? Shivan, what's your personal best?
204 pounds.
Nice.
Yep.
What's
July
your-
of 2021.
What's your goal on this trip?
Get some bluefin. I don't care what size.
Looks good. Did you guys select your dinner? Huh?
We're ready for dessert.
Right around his forehead.
Anybody waiting on food right now?
First fish.
Gone down or fucked up? You got hit on the sink. Spike. A little tap or a big one?
All right. First night, Bobby was able to capture that first 100-pounder with like maybe 110, 120, and then rest of the guys were able to get 8 more big tunas, right around 100-pounders. They were using 300 grams to 400 gram jigs, and they were getting some bites. We had some Jimmy bombs used too, and it did pretty well. So we've been searching for fish, but it's been really sort of hard this morning. It's currently about 10 a.m. but it's nice. It's nice to be out here fishing.
Breakfast with Michael. 오케이, 어떠세요? 낚시? 낚시 어떠세요? 낚시.
제비는 있는데 안 잡혀서 속상을 합니다.
아저씨는 뭐 주무시러 오셨어요?
낚시도를 온 게 아니고 완전 내려서 지금 사람 잡는 여기서 나는 세기가 왜냐하면 뭐가 계속 오발판에 어떻게 탈 수가 없어. 나는 낚시 좋아하는데 정말 이제 완전 지옥 같은 왔다 갔다.
Uh-oh, what are you guys doing? That's naughty. Bad boys. Chef Abe, what are we cooking today?
Got some chicken Caesar salad, man.
Chicken Caesar salad. Yeah. Oh, that's no chicken from refrigerator. That's real chicken.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Thank you.
Right.
Caesar salad with real chicken.
$80,000
With real chicken, guys, not Costco chicken.
Real chicken.
Good job, Michael. I fished yesterday from until 4 a.m. and I wasn't able to do it. I used the West Coast Jig HD 350. I used 400 gram Riptide. I used Eddy Bomb. I used Sinker Rig. I did drop shot. I tried so hard, but I couldn't land any fish. But some of these guys did a pretty good job and caught those nice 100-pounders. It was just that little, like 10-20 minute moment at 10 o'clock. And then after that, it was nothing from 10 p.m. to 4 a.m. So we're just looking for tunas right now. Pretty much nothing going on. The weather's nice. Very, very calm. Weather's nice. It was a little rough. Boats are all scattered around right now. Not much of bird signs or, yeah.